Spoilers and Fandom is like a book club for geeky stuff. Join us as we delve into the depths of our backlogs and sift through the games, comics, shows, movies, and books that we haven't checked out yet. Hey everyone, welcome back to Spoilers and Fandom. Today we're talking about full-on spoilers with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I'm Hellsknight.
I'm Hillary.
Yeah, and let's get into this.
Yes.
So let's talk about the endings first.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I said I liked the endings.
Okay.
Because the idea of finishing and still getting game overs
At 50%.
at 50%, 50, 60, 70, at every stage until when you get everything right.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Because it also forces you to kind of go back through, play the game right, learn what you need to learn about it, experience it better.
Did you get the 50% ending naturally?
The one where you kill Gebel.
Yeah, so there are three endings, right?
Yes.
One ending is where you kill Gebel, that's the 50% one.
Yeah.
The next one is if you kill the Gebel at the right time, not using Zangetsu.
Uh-huh.
And the last one is just fighting Dominique and I forgot the demon, but yeah.
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 No, I've done then the first one where I got the 50%, just the straight one.
Uh-huh.
When I went to fight him the second time, I fought him the second time without using Zangetsu, without doing the moon thing, where you don't fight the demon. And then now you hear the demon in the background saying, you're basically the next shardbinder that they'll take control of. Then the third time where you fight Dominique and then you beat her, that's another ending.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't know was whether beating Orlok Dracul would give you a different ending. I didn't bother to check the thing, the guide for that.
Does it?
I don't want to check. It doesn't. I don't want that. That's how many spoilers. That's how much I don't want spoilers. I want to figure it out for myself.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you?
Okay, fine. Tell me.
I mean, I've already said that there are three endings.
Oh, only three. There's not more than that?
No, there's no more than that.
Fine. Then it's okay. I'll just beat him with a
What you
sword.
get from him is very cool.
The 21 books.
No. There's something else you get from him.
Huh?
And it is like game-breakingly
Good. Okay.
It's the most overpowered power that you can have.
Okay, what is it?
You get this bubble around you that slows down anything that comes within it.
Ah, okay.
And it's always on.
Always.
It's always on. So from then on, when you're playing the game, you will have this bubble around you, and anything that comes in it will be slowed down.
Okay.
That's what you get.
So it really doesn't help you so much.
Oh, it helps you a shit.
But now, at that
If you
point,
got that
dude,
early.
you're done with the game at that point.
Exactly, yeah.
So
He is apparently like the hardest boss.
yeah, he is a bitch. He is a hard boss to fight. Dude.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, I showed up I have late game stuff. The flame armor. I have the greatsword I'm using is some ice one. But it has like the attack power is like 170 or some rubbish like that.
Yeah.
Then I have really good gear. I have other stuff that helps me. But I've fought him twice. And yeah, it's like I'm not doing anything. It feels almost like, remember how did you like the second fight with Zangetsu?
Okay.
Which was the hardest boss fight?
If we're talking about the boss fights that were the hardest for me.
Yeah.
It is both the fights with Zangetsu.
It was it was both of them. Yeah?
For me, it was both of them.
Because for me,
He was the toughest.
For me, my toughest fight, other than this chap, other than OD, was again it was Zangetsu. Because even him, the second fight was a rehash of the first fight, but you just felt he had a few more moves and he just felt a bit faster.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that fight.
Yeah, there's just something.
He moves really fast as well.
Yeah, but now compared to all the other boss fights, even the final boss fight with Dominique, where she summons that demon to come into the world, that fight wasn't as hard as Udi.
Yeah. So,
but there is a way. Okay, there's a thing. There's a way I think that you can cheese that dude, because he does stop time when he's fighting you, and then he'll keep attacking you. It'll be like some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shit, where he'll freeze time, send attacks at you, and then unfreeze time. And then you'll be hit by everything at the same time.
So the guy who made this game is such a big JoJo's fan.
I saw the stupid stone mask in the beginning.
That's not it.
Wait, what?
That's not it.
No, you do get the mask.
If you are standing in one place and you just hold up, Miriam starts doing JoJo poses.
Wait, what?
When you go back to the game, just stand there, hold up, see what happens.
Okay, I've never tried that.
Just do it. Yeah, just go do it. For me, it happened by accident. I said, what the hell did I just do? I looked it up. I haven't watched JoJo's, but I looked it up. I'm like, what the hell was that? It's like an ode to JoJo. The dude's a big JoJo fan.
Now, in the beginning, you know that first area where immediately you leave
the ship?
After the ship? The town.
Okay.
The town where you go and do all your stuff. That very first screen where there's the bone toss guy, the bats,
the
all
rat.
that trash stuff.
Yeah.
That not that first screen immediately after the ship, the one after that, before you enter the castle.
Yeah.
Those enemies there drop the bone throwing guys, the Castlevania guys. They drop the stone masks. Okay, there's a stone mask accessory you can get. That if you wear it, it gives you like some pluses and minuses. That stone mask is a plot point in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's how they get their powers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's how they become like quote unquote vampires in the game in the anime.
They're vampires?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a fair bit of overlap, let me say.
Yeah. No, he's apparently a JoJo fan, so he put stuff in the game from that.
Okay. Because at least when I saw the stone mask, I was like, this is vaguely JoJo's. And I was like, I'm just seeing things.
No,
and
just
I kept on playing.
Hold up. Just press up and hold it.
Fine.
See what happens.
Okay, I'll go back and check that out.
Yeah.
I really did not know that.
I found that by accident, but I didn't know what it was. Yeah. But it's quite cool.
Yeah. Did you like the multiple endings? What was that for you?
So I did not get to the 50% ending. I wasn't using the guide yet. I think that's around the bloodless fight, right?
Yes. No, the bloodless fight would be after that.
Would be after that. So I ended up being at bloodless.
Yeah.
I was already there at bloodless. And I didn't know where to go fight. Like, I didn't explore that area where you can fight Jibo to get the midpoint ending.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, after bloodless is like when I'm like, okay, I really need to follow a walkthrough.
That's the same thing even for me.
Yeah. Bloodless was bloodless.
That was a good fight for me.
Yeah, that was a fun fight. I think a lot of people struggle a lot with that fight, but like I think the weapon I had was really good for it. I had the that sword that comes back to you. The flying edge. Right, yeah. That's it. Yeah. So I had the flying edge. And so and I also found that it was easy to bait her into doing stuff. So I did that quite a lot, and I managed. It took me a few tries because again with her, like I thought I was like killing her, and then she enters this phase and does some move. I'm like,
and she regains her health.
I'm not even that. The tornadoes. I was like, what the hell are these? She just chucks 2 tornadoes and then starts raining. I'm like, what do I do here? Like,
because even for me in the beginning, I'll say this.
Yeah.
For most of the boss fights, I didn't know what I was doing. Like how I didn't know how to use the shards and all that stuff. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Until like mid game. When I got to, let's say, OD, the first time, when you're checking out books, that's when I remembered, shards exist. I can use magic.
Oh, for me it was Zangetsu.
Okay.
Zangetsu taught me the power of magic.
Because even that one I'm sure there's specific ones that you use pretty much consistently. Yeah. Welcome Company, the one for the painting.
Oh, you know what? I was dumb. With that one, I was dumb. Because I would always use, my favorite spell was the one that you just throw out one of those panther dog things. Something hund.
Yeah.
So I kept using that.
Yeah.
And the flame cannon that you get right at the start, because I upgraded that.
Yeah.
The first time you fight Zangetsu, that fight is nothing if you've upgraded that as much as you can. like level 6 or something,
Yeah.
the fight is bloody easy. But like without that shard, I struggled with Zangetsu, man. But after that, I was like, okay, Magicka is really, really strong. But but I stuck with that. And then there were those levels where you had to traverse and climb up.
Yeah.
And you get like shocked, like you get petrified.
Yes.
By these things that fly all over the place.
Those little flying skull things. Yeah.
I think they're called malediction. I can't remember. But like those things really messed me up. I hated those areas. I didn't think about Welcome Company being the perfect counter for that. After I figured that out later, I went back to try and explore and check what I missed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was like a cakewalk with Welcome Company.
Now, even for those ones that petrify you,
Yeah.
there's a better one than Welcome Company, because that Welcome Company just does physical attacks.
Yeah.
There's this one called the Dollar Hammerhead.
Yeah.
The
That
little
makes
thing-
that makes your own stuff. Yeah.
It flies around you.
Yeah.
That thing, if you level that up,
Yeah.
it flies out and hits those things before they attack.
Yeah.
So that's the one you're supposed to use there.
So I couldn't find the upgrades for that.
Oh, okay.
like I ran out of the items that I need. And I needed to go grind. So I was like, let me just stick on Welcome Company, which I had maxed out.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, this is so overpowered, actually. After that, I just used Welcome Company a lot. After doing that, I'm like, oh, crap. Gosh, we're talking about the shards now. But, like, my favorite shard then after that was, like, there was one of these directional shards that become like a laser. There were two.
Yeah.
One was for Holy Light, and one was for another thing. Tis Razion and something else.
Tis Raif.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just point, and it becomes like a laser just for wiping guys out. At that point, when I got that, I would just do that, like to clear like levels, and just go through it. But like my mana would run out so quick, and then I'd use weapons. But I was like, yeah, that power was awesome.
I think then we're playing total opposites of one another. Because up until the Zangetsu fight, I was playing like physical weapons only.
Yeah.
So Zangetsu kicked my ass like for a fair bit of time before I got the hang of the game.
Yeah.
When I beat him, at that point, because I was using regular swords. To beat him, I had to switch to like great swords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Once I beat him, then I figured out, okay, let me try and start using now items, do the cooking, try and get some food and all that stuff. Then for shards, the ones that I can say that made the game easy for me, there's a lightning one called Teps Osseous.
Yeah.
The one that it automatically homes in on guys whenever they are on the screen.
Yeah.
So there's that one.
The arrow as well. There's an arrow that you can shoot and does that as well.
Yeah, there's the one for the arrow, but this one is easier because it doesn't follow. It's instant.
Wow.
Yeah. Then there's a similar one. If you upgrade now that one, you upgrade it with other things. You get one called Teps Salrendra. It's one of the powers that Gabble uses on you. It's the lightning thing that it rains down like an area of effect of lightning.
Okay, let me talk about that fight with Gibble. It was very easy.
Yeah.
What you're just talking about? I don't think I saw him do that because he was dead that fast.
I was just hanging around because now they say in the guide it says that if you wait during his fight, the moon will turn red.
Yeah.
Then you fight the Gramarye. Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah. So I just sliced the moon. Like I was using the guide like when I fought Gibble, but it wasn't like the 50%. I didn't make it to the 50% Gibble. I fought him when you're supposed to fight him. And again, I used Zangetsu. And as soon as that thing came out, I went and hit it. So
before that, if you just let him go through his attack strings, he'll pull off a lot of those moves for you as well. Yeah. But it's now for me, it's that I was so powerful at that point. I'm like, I don't want to attack him. Let me just run around and dodge. So by the time I actually got back there, I'd also gotten like the gravity switch thing. So I just I was sitting on the ceiling and I was waiting for him to attack me, but he couldn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he ended up now triggering that thing so he can have an area of attack on me.
You had the gravity? Oh, yeah.
By the second time I was going to fight him. Yeah, by the second time. So a lot of your enemies will use these things. So there's that one, the AoE, the one that will hit guys across the screen, and welcome company. For me, those were the three that I can say I used consistently.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the water stuff was fine as well.
The water
Felt like
stuff,
a flamethrower.
yes. Swimming. I don't know why I expected that we'd be able to swim in the game.
Yeah. Me too.
That's something I wish.
But it was a shard that you needed to do that.
It's a shard and you still push yourself around.
Yeah.
I wish you could actually swim.
Yeah. And even there was like a shard that lets you sink. So this kind of stuff is what annoyed me for traversal stuff. In terms of the endings, I just got the main good ending. That's it.
Okay. Because I got all those three. I think I got those three because I got those three. It's just that now after those are now optional bosses. I went ahead and fought now all of the optional bosses in the game.
How did you feel about the story and the way it concluded? Specifically.
With the good ending?
I
liked the good ending.
Yeah,
even though
too.
it felt a bit...
I guess that's why it's the good ending.
It ends like... Okay, everything ties up a little too neatly for me. With the good ending. But it makes sense considering all the work that you've done to get it. The easy ending is also works because you can say you finished the game, but given the circumstances, there's still more for you to go back to do.
Yeah. I think it's at a good point, the first bad ending. Like if you just
stop there at 50%.
Can't be screwed to finish the game, then
if you can't be bothered to finish it, you can end at that one. But even the work, you can 100% it. You can get the good ending without 100%ing it also. Yeah,
like the bad ending makes sense as well.
Yes.
Like they want you to use Zangetsu. They basically tell you, you're like right from the get-go, you're supposed to save Jibal. Now, if you kill him, you haven't saved him, have you? So, and with Zangetsu, here's my sword. Use this to kill, to fight Gremory. If you don't use it, if you do, then hey. So it made sense in that sense.
And even then, you'll be friendly with Johannes, who will help you purify the whole castle. So it does make sense. You'll have seen that Alfred did this. The story will have come together to let you know that yes, this is the good ending you're getting now.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I don't mind the endings.
I'm sure Zangetsu's not dead.
No.
I think Bloodstained 2 is Zangetsu kills everything in hell and makes his way out, maybe. God of War style. What a cool character.
Yeah. You said we can play as him.
Yeah. The second time round, well, even at the start, when you're asked to choose a save slot or whatever, you choose a character. There's Miriam. You just go right. There's Zangetsu. He is.
Why did I not do this? I never bothered.
That's like right from the get-go. You can, but then it gives you a warning that if you haven't beaten the game, they advise that you don't. Okay. And the reason they don't do that is he controls really. So he has a katana. He has that grappling hook of his.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like you have that, and it can
from the beginning.
Yes. Right from the get-go, you start off on the ship with a whole like a window that's open.
Yeah.
And it has all his moves written for the katana.
Oh, damn. Okay, fine.
And he's got that teleport thing with he's got the moves that basically he used against you in the fights. He has those.
But do you get more when you play?
Lighting the sword on fire. I don't know. So he controls really weird as well. He is so fast. Like when you're just moving from left to right, it feels like Miriam has been moving in slow motion.
Nice.
He moves really fast. So just moving forward is different with the way he is.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd be curious to try the game out with that. But I can't make it past the first... Because I had used the mods, I think. The mods are conflicting with the game. So I can't actually start...
Progress.
I wasn't able to start a new game at all.
Let me ask. Did you use any of the movement shots for Miriam that made her faster? Because there's a couple of things that can actually make her movement speed faster.
I didn't use the movement stuff for her. I used attack speed stuff.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, there's a book in that library with OD.
And even for him, I just went to that library once to pick a book. I never went back.
Wait, you never went back to pick up like two? You know, you can level up how many books you can take out.
No, I didn't know that.
Because you take out one book when you get there at the beginning. If you the more you level up, the more books you can take out.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Up to a maximum of 3.
I didn't know that.
So now, remember now the ending when I was telling you what triggers the fight with him. When you go to him, you'll have an opportunity to pick up a book called the Tome of Mastery. Now that book combines 3 other books. The one for speed, attack, and defense, I think. So if you just have the Tome of Mastery, it's like you already have 3 books. So if you pick 2 others, it's like you have 5 books out. So that's how you're supposed to play the game, with a maximum of 5 buffs from the library. But if you fight now, if you take out the Book of Mastery, the Tome of Mastery, go to the glacial place where the demons are. In a boss room on the way to Dominique there. You'll find him there. Then when you go there, he'll start talking shit.
So I saw that door. I just couldn't open it. Like there are several doors that I've seen. I think they're for the extra bosses.
Yeah, those are extra bosses. Some of them are extra
I couldn't
bosses.
go through.
So like even one, like right there where Jibol is. You know where the save room is?
Yeah.
Above it is the teleport room.
Yeah.
Then right there's a room I think called the Millionaire's room.
Yeah, I couldn't enter.
You get that key in the demon place.
Yeah, from I know who you're talking about. You're talking about that guy, the boss who you fight, where the more gold you have, the stronger he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you beat him, then you come back. But even the power that you get there is nothing spectacular because it's like a slot machine. It's based on your luck. So you'll summon a slot machine, it'll run through three whatevers. Then it'll do an attack if you match or not. If you don't, it'll just disappear and not do anything. If it matches, it'll do an attack based on how lucky you are. So that one, I don't consider it that big of a game-breaking power. There's another door at the garden. The garden.
Yeah.
That one is called the Warhorse's Key. One that needs the Warhorse's room.
Yeah.
Now that one activates a mini boss, it's an optional boss who's essentially Simon Belmont.
Exactly. It is exactly Simon Belmont. It is Simon Belmont.
Because he hits you with all the classic Castlevania attacks.
Yep. It is Simon Belmont. It is.
And he's like what's it called? They draw him with the whole sprites. He does have like a 8-bit graphic style.
Yes, he is Simon Belmont.
So it was, for me, getting into that room, I was expecting a fight with a warhorse. Because again, the name of the room, Warhorse Key, Warhorse's room. Then you go in and you're fighting the Simon Belmont. I was like, this is funny.
Yeah.
Then there's another secret boss. I don't know whether you remember the train. When you get on the train with Zangetsu, you go through it, then you get to the secret lab. Did you ever go back onto the train?
Yeah, several times.
Did you ever fight the boss that's there?
There's another one?
There's another one.
No.
In the first carriage. Basically the first carriage that you get to, which still has seats.
Yeah.
There'll be a booth that'll allow you to sit at a window. If you sit at that window when the train is passing by you'll be able to see. It'll be passing by a lake, and you'll see the castle in the background. Sit at the booth there for a bit, then come out and sit on it again. You'll see some weird animal on the lake, like wiggling around, dancing on the lake. Then it'll kind of like do a jump scare at you. It'll come closer, do a jump scare. Then all of a sudden it's in the train and you have to fight it.
What?
Yeah. And you have to be it curses you. So you know what the curses do in the game? It halves your health and your HP.
Yeah, I hate the curses.
Yeah. So be very, very fast when this thing comes at you. Just flip and then just attack it as normal. Flip gravity and attack it. But yes, it's very fast, very weird animal, very weird.
What do you get from that?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was a good boss fight. That much I'll say.
Wow.
Because I did not expect it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember the name of it. Like, you know the way those things when you're passing by there and you're like, why is it telling me to press up here?
Yeah.
So you press up and you sit down and you're like, okay, so it's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's even part of the reason why I was wondering, why are there so many seats, the chairs throughout the game?
Yeah.
Which allow you to sit down at them.
It's to prepare you for that mimic.
That's the mimic. But then now even you have a shard that will allow you to summon a chair.
Yeah.
So in my head, I assumed that there has to be a room somewhere which will allow you to like summon a chair and you sit down and it'll call someone.
Yeah.
There is a room, but nothing really happens. It's a room with a bunch of paintings, and if you go in there and you sit at one of the chairs, I think it's a painting of a dog in the middle. There'll be like a shiny ghost, like an apparition, just appears in the chair opposite from whichever one you sit from, and that's it. It's not like there's anything special about sitting down in chairs.
Wow.
Yeah. So I remember there was a room that has like a picture.
Painting. Yeah.
And then the eye that's following you around.
Yeah.
I tried all those weird things like summoning the chair there and sitting in front of the painting. Hopefully something would happen. I thought that was a boss fight. Nothing happened. Yeah. I tried a bunch of like weird things, but nothing happened. So those are like those little details. I wish now they combined together later. Because if now he did that, imagine if we went to the cathedral. You go back now with a chair and you sit now in the library and something else happens.
I never even thought to do that. But again, I was playing this game with a
6
mission.
months.
With a mission. Oh my god. What were you just saying that triggered a thought? There was something that you just said.
That picture room guy.
No, Shovel Knight in the game.
Yes. Yeah, the references are really good. Those references are dope.
Literally Shovel Knight.
Did you ever try using the shovel weapon?
Yeah, but I didn't really like it. No, I didn't. I used the shard.
Now you can use the actual shovel as a weapon.
Yeah.
It's nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
By that point, you have much better weapons. But
yeah.
The fact that it's there.
But it was Shovel Knight. I had to like look at it twice. I'm like, that is Shovel Knight, right? Yeah.
No, they tried. Like some of the references were really good. Like even Bloodless, I'm sure was pulled, or at least she reminded me of like Morrigan, vaguely.
Bloodless really reminded me of a Blaze Blue character. Like she looks like she's from an Arc System Works game, like one of a. Yeah.
Okay. When I saw her, the first thing that came to mind was like Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
Really?
Yeah. Just in red now.
Nah, I don't get that.
Because she was wearing, I guess it was just the blood and the bat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Millionaire's Key thing.
Yes.
So this is also why I really didn't like the game in terms of the grindiness. You get to that boss, and if you've accumulated all this wealth, that boss is nigh on impossible to beat. And you have to then spend all your gold. And so for me, like I was using the guide at this point.
Yeah.
For me, that guy was the third last boss.
What?
Yeah, he was the third last boss. After I fought him, it's then just Grimmery, and then it's Dominique, and the game is over.
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah. So I get to this boss. That will be impossible unless I spend all the money I have. I do that, and I end up in a place where everything hits me so hard that I wish I had all this money so I could buy all the stuff I need. You see?
Yeah.
And I had to grind all that stuff before then I went to the Behemoth place.
Hey, man.
And then to the Frozen area. That Behemoth place was the worst.
Was a bitch. Yeah, that place is
I
bad.
hate that place.
Because everybody there is like much bigger than you.
I hated that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they hit hard.
And they hit very, very hard.
Yeah, and I was very underpowered. that place and the tomb, the frozen tomb, I was very underpowered. So
yeah, me too.
So like having to get rid of all your gold to fight this guy, and then now having to again buy stuff
to start again. Yeah, you have to grind again. Basically,
I thought that was really crappy.
Because I did not know that. Because you know now how I was playing was I basically use all my gold at the same time.
Yeah.
Because whenever I'll go out adventure, use a waystone, come back, then make all the potions that I need, then level up all the weapons, level up all my shards, then save and then head out again. So by the time I'm going out, I'm broke again. All the money that I've made in the last grind, I've spent it here to get to where I am now. So I never knew that there was even an idea that you had to spend money to beat a certain boss. For me, it was those ones of, okay, cool, he's another guy. He was he was forgettable for me.
Yeah, he was
That's how
real
weird
easy
it was.
because like if you don't have a lot of gold,
If I show up broke,
if you actually are 0 gold, he won't even fight you. Apparently, yeah. If you have 0 gold on you when you fight that guy, like the
He'll
fight
let
will
you
start,
pass.
he'll be like, "Oh, you're not worth my time," and he'll f off. That will be the boss fight.
okay, that's dope. I kind of like that.
I like that attention to detail, but I don't like that. That's
That's your explanation.
the scaling that was there.
Yeah.
Because that's just for me, it just feels very grindy. It just
And it also just locks guys out. If you're not told, if you have no like clue to it, there's really no way of being able to remedy it. Like let's say if we didn't have the guide, and you get there and you now have a boss that's nigh on impossible.
Yeah.
Then I'm coming back with the similar story where I'm coming back playing this game like months after you, and I'm like, oh, that guy. I don't even remember that fight.
yeah.
Yeah. So I wish we got a bit more information. That's one thing that I wish the game did a bit better.
Yeah.
If it could communicate or at least translate some of these like clues
Yeah.
just a little bit easier, it would be fine.
You see, you say that, and I agree. On the flip side, not giving us that that information
Is
makes
what's made us play the game.
gives us the community.
Yes.
With the community for this game is so passionate. There's like a whole modding scene. They love this game to pieces.
Yeah.
They spend time on making the wikis and all that because the game doesn't have that stuff. So
Yeah, it's one.
yeah, but I do wish that was there as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
or at least like I said before, I just wish enemies scaled
Yeah.
to your level as opposed to the weapons you had. At least to your level, because even with a crap weapon, if you're high level, you can at least do
still
something.
Do something.
Yeah. Let me talk about the mods. Yeah. Okay. You didn't try any mods.
I did not try any mods.
Yeah. So there are mods. They're not like too many mods, but like you'll find like stuff for drop rates, stuff for getting rid of stacks, stuff for there are quite a few cosmetic, the usual nudie Skyrim mods and stuff. Those are there. There's a few animation model changes. For example, Miriam doesn't look like the Miriam on the game art.
On the game.
There's a mod that makes Miriam look like the game art, and those kinds of things. It's there. I think they're there to make it easier for people not to get annoyed. So there are quite a few mods for that. There's stuff for making everything available at the shops from the get-go.
That would be useful.
Yeah.
If you could get like the drops, the enemy drops, if they were available at the shop, even for gold, that would be better.
All the items that are available at the shop are always there. Yeah, all that stuff is a mod.
Okay.
That exists. The mod that I wish existed maybe would be like some kind of pathfinding thing.
Yeah,
like a guide. It glows the direction
or a
that you
compass mod,
should. Yeah. I wish that was a thing.
Because it could be.
I didn't like the.
I feel like that could have been
grinding
implemented easily enough as a shard, where you activate it and it points you in the direction that you need to go.
Yeah, that would have been a good shard.
Yeah.
But I mean, mod support is there.
Yeah, mod support and guides are there also.
And yeah, so props to the game for doing that.
Yeah.
There's the mods even add like other modes and make stuff harder. I think there's some mods that even replace the soundtrack with Symphony of the Night soundtrack.
Perfect. That's
or like change the look of it, give you more stuff from the Castlevania games in the game. Yeah.
Did you go to the 8-bit realm in the game?
Yes, I did.
You finished it?
No. I found it annoying.
Because you get 2 powers when you're there. You get like...
You're talking about after you finish the game, the extra modes, right?
No. Like there's an 8-bit realm in the game.
No.
You enter a bookshelf.
No, I didn't go there.
Okay, yeah, you enter a bookshelf and then you're taken to an 8-bit realm where it looks like Castlevania of old, but you're still this 2.5 HD stripe.
Oh. Okay, no. Yeah, I didn't do that. I got to a few rooms where there was nothing there. I'm like, there's clearly something here. I don't have the patience to find it. Like literally the bookshelf area that you're talking about. I entered it. There was like a room and That's it. There was nothing else there. I was like wondering what the point was of this room. So maybe I just missed something there.
Oh, okay. But you also met the weird guy who needed waystones, who kept getting lost.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So remember I told you I had a glitch?
Yeah.
One of those places where that guy is, I got stuck there. Around the first, or near where you meet him the first time.
Yeah.
I got stuck there. And that's where one of the glitches happened. After I gave him the waystone the first time, I expected to find him at town.
Yeah.
I went back to town. He was not there.
Yeah.
I checked in the guide of what the hell was supposed to happen with him. So apparently, do you know what happens?
Yes.
Okay, so you did. Oh, that's better. You told the story because I didn't. I read it.
So the first time you'll find him, I guess, in the
cathedral area.
Cathedral area.
Yeah.
So you'll give him a waystone. It becomes now an ongoing quest.
Right. Yeah.
So you'll tell him, remember home, dream of home, hold the waystone, and you'll go. So he does that. Go somewhere else. So it's now a thing of every new zone that you get to, you find him there until you have to give him a waystone to go back home.
Yeah.
Then when you finally finish, you'll find him at the shinobi place where Zangetsu is. That's the last place he'll be. And for that one, you need the dimension shift power to be able to get him. Yeah. So once you do get him at that point, you just get, the only thing you get is 10,000 gold when you take him back home. But that's it. You'll have wasted like 4 waystones doing that for 10k.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very worth it.
If you're...
You know what I thought?
If you're leveling
I thought
up,
this guy's going to be the bad guy of the game.
Nah. That guy was too...
too much of a dumbass.
Yeah, too much of a dumbass.
I only found him the first time. And I found him like literally when I was going to the Den of Behemoths.
What?
Like I did not encounter him
at all again.
Earlier again. And I hated the shinobi. Like I like the art style there.
Yeah, the art
but
style
I
is
hated
good.
it. Like I know that I wanted to go get that speed boost power from that ninja who you race.
I never
I never bothered going back.
Yeah.
Because I hated that. The enemies there hit me so hard.
Yeah.
Like I like the way that area looks because it's very anime and stuff. And even the designs are very cool. But man, things killed me very fast there. I died way too fast there. For me, that's maybe the second hardest area. Or no, sorry, the third hard. The hardest areas for me were the giant place.
Yeah, the giant place and the ice place.
The ice place and this.
Yeah.
The shinobi place. They were so hard. Even like in that shinobi area, I would come out of the save room or the fast travel point. And in that next room, I would go down to like nothing health. A fart will kill me in in literally that room. So I have to go out again, come back in, and I was really underpowered. And then you fight Zangetsu. I'm just like, oh my god.
Did you fight the other boss that's there?
What other boss?
There's another boss in that room.
Secret boss?
Yes.
No.
Like
what is it?
He's I don't know what I can't remember what he is. I think he's called a blacksmith or something. But he throws like machetes at you. And half the screen is a buzzsaw. So you need like the Aegis armor. The one that makes you
invincible to
spike damage.
Yeah, exactly. No, I didn't find him.
Yeah. So then I can't remember what, but you get a power from him as well. But no, yeah, throwing machetes at guys. But he's also another optional boss. He's alright. Zangetsu is still harder.
Yeah, Zangetsu was hard. Zangetsu was really hard.
Yeah.
But wow, you found a lot of extras. I didn't know that was there.
It's because of the way I do I like the exploration of such games. Because what I used to do even with Metroid as a kid, I used to have like the squared books, the mathematics books. I used to draw a map using that.
And yeah.
So I remember that if I follow such and such a path, this is where I'll get X, Y, and Z.
Wow.
So even for me when I was playing this really did take me back.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I didn't look when I finished the game. I did not even have. I think I had 90% of the map explored, but not higher.
Okay.
I don't think I was higher. But again, I didn't bother then. I just wanted to finish. At one point, when I first started, I wanted to use the map and look, oh, I haven't gone here, I haven't gone there. That died for me. It just died for me. And I already mentioned that the guides didn't work properly for like those areas. Yeah.
There are some areas where some details were not exactly 100% clear.
Yeah.
Because like even in that demon, the giant demon area, I don't know, there was something about that place that just
finding the way to progress forward was really weird.
Yeah, it was very confusing about that place. I don't know whether it's the pathfinding, it just maybe the level design when it got there.
Yeah.
They slowed down.
Even where the edges and ledges were located, you gotta like flip gravity and jump somewhere weird that you wouldn't expect to jump and find it by fluke.
Yeah.
I did not like that area at all.
Because everywhere else, like the cathedral, very well played, very well like designed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the ice place, well designed.
Yeah. I don't know. These things being giant shouldn't have... Like, I had no problem with them being that big.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that level was also just weird.
Yeah. But that's also the level for me where I looked at the enemy. That's when now the idea of the enemies being so samey. Because now at that point, I started getting now that fatigue of I've been fighting the same enemies constantly.
Those bats in the den.
Because now they're giant and you can't hit them. For whatever reason now, they're big, but you still can't hit them.
I could hit them. I could hit them.
Yeah.
They would turn direction when you hit them. Like, I wouldn't be able to kill them because they would fly towards you. They home in on you. It's not like the other ones where they fly in
your direction.
In a general direction. They kind of home in on you a little bit. But when you hit them, they turn around and they go the other way. I wasn't able to kill them.
Yeah. And for me at that point, I was also, again, great swords. So attack speed is still, it's a bit slow.
Low, yeah.
So getting the initial hit in, typically I'll be hit first, then I'll get my hit in. That's the thing.
Yeah. Who was your favorite character?
Character, cheesy as he was, Zangetsu.
Yeah.
I really did not like the idea that they even used the same name. They used that name.
For
Zangetsu. I don't know why. I've watched Bleach.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I don't like the fact that they reuse names across animes and stuff like this. I would have liked them to use an original name for this guy.
Okay.
But given that Zangetsu means a specific thing, and even here in the story,
it fits thematically, is what I was going to say.
So I was like, fine, you can use Zangetsu, even if I don't like using the name like that.
Yeah.
But for me, Alfred grew on me eventually. Because like now when you get...
Yeah, when
up
you
until
find
the beginning, you meet him, he's like a dodgy guy. You fight him, you're like, what's he doing? I need to stop him. You start thinking that he's going to be the big bad after Gerber. Then you realize, no, he's just caught in a bad situation and all that stuff. And he was trying to help you.
Did you ever suspect Dominique?
Yes. Day one.
Yeah.
Day one. Her paintings are all over the castle. Even in the room where you're getting your hair done and you're choosing your colors with the barber guy. It's her picture that's in your room. That's in that room. So I
didn't notice.
She was the bad person in that story.
Oh, I didn't notice. But I suspected. So my suspicion was that Dominique was the big bad. No, Dominique was evil, and that kid who's with her was the big bad.
Yes.
That was my suspicion.
Yeah.
I was proven wrong about the kid, but hey.
But she also got now when she becomes now your shopkeeper.
Yeah.
I don't know why her voice really gets on my nerves.
Yeah, she has a very annoying anime child voice.
Yeah, I think it's the British accent that
Dominique had a nice voice.
Yeah, Dominique had a nice voice. Now this is a kid. The accent is just what pissed me off about her. So I do my purchases very, very quickly. Like get in and get out.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Zangetsu. But I also really like Miriam.
Miriam is great. As a main character.
Yeah.
Even though we don't really get...
I relate more to Zangetsu.
Yeah, we relate more to Zangetsu.
But Miriam is cool in her own way. Yeah.
Like, I'd want to get another game from her, with her as the protagonist. I wouldn't mind like another 2-3 games with her.
Yeah, there's something, she's almost like a very toned down Blood Rain.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Very toned down.
Safe for work.
Yeah, very safe for work, very toned down Blood Rain. Like, she has cool style. Like, her lines are great and stuff. But Zangetsu looks like the Zangetsu, your action hero, Metal Gear Solid
guy.
Dude.
Funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Do you know the voice actor for him?
Oh, is it MGS?
It's David H.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, this guy sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, but yeah, he is a badass. Like, if I play the game again, it will be with his...
Oh yeah, like, no, absolutely. Like, now that you've told me that I could go back and do like New Game Plus, I'll definitely play as Zangetsu now.
Yeah, it's not exactly New Game Plus, it's just New Game with Zangetsu.
Okay. But you'll still fight the same old bosses?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't get very far. I can't progress. So I don't know.
Okay. I'll go back and try it.
So there's that mode where you play as Zangetsu.
Yeah.
Which is unlocked from the start. But after you finish the game, you get a lot of other modes.
Yeah.
And I might even miss one. There's a randomizer mode where I looked at it, you can set random drop rates and all that stuff. You can make it as random, as chaotic as you want. Like, any enemy can drop anything at any time, blah, blah, blah. You can change all of that stuff, enemy placements, I think, as well, and just make stuff really random if you want to play through the game again, which is amazing.
Yeah.
If you're going to replay the game. Then there was a boss rush mode.
Yeah.
Where you get like about 4 or 5 bosses and you try and get the best time. You end up in a room. There's a portal at the end of the room. You run into it. You will fight a boss. As soon as you kill that boss, you walk to that room. You jump into the same portal again. Next boss, blah, blah, blah. So I tried that one. There's a boss revenge mode, which is very cool. You get to choose one of 4 of the main bosses. And you fight Miriam Zangetsu, I don't know who else. I didn't get very far, but you can choose between playing as Bloodless, the person who gives you the double jump, the weird fly person. I forgot the 4th one. But you play as them, and they all have move sets. They all have moves, and it's like boss rush, but it's like you're fighting Zangetsu.
Now you're fighting Zangetsu or...
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's very cool that they added that.
I'd definitely do as Bloodless.
Yeah, I tried playing as Bloodless. Yeah. Her moveset is weird, and you just need to get used to her. Because, like, you can do the healing, but, like, you need to heal at a particular time. It depends on how much
blood there is.
Yeah.
Did you ever use that shard when you get it from her?
No, just for traversal.
There's a healing shot.
Yeah. From her, it's the same thing. Whatever blood is in the room, you suck it and it becomes your health.
Yeah.
Because
when using it to get to her, using it to get past the weird, what's it called? The fountain. That was really cool doing that. But are there weapons? Or maybe that's what it is. Because I remember when I was trying to use that shot, I wasn't getting as much blood because maybe I was using like weapons that don't inflict bleed. Or are there specific weapons?
I don't know. I'm talking about when you're playing as her.
Oh, okay.
When you're playing as her, you fight with her umbrella. You get basically the moves that she was using against you in the game. You have access to all of those.
But even you can.
But you can't do them over and over again.
Over and over again, yeah. Okay. Because you could, the umbrella move, you could do it when you got the umbrella.
You're talking about the blood cyclone?
Yeah.
You could do that?
Not really. You could. It was like a blood kamehameha, essentially.
You could do that with the umbrella?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that with the umbrella.
You can. It's a quarter of the screen across. It's not a big thing, but it's like a blood fireball that you throw. It's not a fireball, but it's a blood ball that you throw at guys.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. Okay.
That's why I was wondering, is it that is it 1-to-1? Is it the exact same moves, or is it that like that? I wasn't very sure, because when
it's 1-to-1, but they're mechanics. Like they've balanced it out, so you can't be cheesy.
Because when you're playing with Miriam,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need weapons that inflict slash or bleed, so that you get environmental blood spatter that you can then soak up. But if you use something like a club
I don't
or
think
whatever,
they went that far, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think they went that far.
Because when I was trying to use a club, I wasn't getting as much blood. Let me say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know whether maybe that I could be wrong.
I thought the power would just work like if they're bad guys in the room, you'll just suck them up.
No. You need their blood. It's specifically just blood. So if any environmental blood is what you suck up.
Then you should use that barber's weapon.
It inflicts bleed.
That has the fastest attack speed in the game.
Perfect. Then I guess that's what you're trying to use.
It's like it's the scissors, I guess, but it's called a Rava something.
Ravabura.
Yeah.
That's the one you need 4 of those. No. Ravabura is the weird wand that you can use.
Yeah, but you get it off of those barber bad guys.
There's a weapon that you get that you can create that requires 4 of those.
Probably the upgraded version of that.
Okay.
But like that weapon, it is almost, well, it is basically instantaneous every time you press the attack button.
And
it's like it's so fast, that attack speed. It's like the community says it's the best weapon in the game.
Okay.
Because you'll hit something like, I don't know how many times if you just
keep hitting the attack
button. Pressing the attack button that fast.
Okay.
I didn't use it. I got that towards the end of the game, so I didn't end up using it that much. Those are some of the modes that get unlocked.
I haven't tried any of those.
Oh, and there's like an 8-bit version of the game called it changes the menu and everything. And I tried playing that. That's really hard, actually. It's really clunky, but yeah, it's there. Okay. Music's kind of cool and the art's kind of cool, but it's there. It's reminds me of that Volgar the Viking.
That was a hard game.
Yeah, this isn't as hard as that, but it's hard. It's kind of like the movement is clunky, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, there are a lot of those modes. Easter eggs, we've talked about. Shovel Knight. There's like Kojima references as well in the game.
Kojima?
Yeah.
I did not see those.
I think with some of the portraits.
Okay.
Because, Castlevania, Kojima.
Yeah.
What was your... So, wait, you've already talked about your favorite weapons being the Great Sword?
Yes. One of the Great Swords.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you use anything else?
Yeah, I used pretty much not all the weapons that I had.
What were your go-tos?
Rapiers. I used weirdly I used to use the kukri, the poisoned one, to inflict poison and then jump back, switch to another weapon and then do that.
Okay.
I liked the flying edge. There's a club that you get also mid to late game. That's really, really powerful also. Like, I've used even the whips, the daggers, the boots.
Yeah.
The one thing that I wish I used more was the guns.
Yeah.
I don't know why the gunplay really didn't work for me.
Because you couldn't aim.
Yeah,
and they were really, really slow.
Yeah, the weapons, like if you use
But later on, when you upgrade them, or you get the upgraded guns, those are pretty good.
Yeah, and even the rounds, when you use the specific rounds, like curse rounds, armor piercing, those do decent damage. But for something that's... Okay, the only advantage that guns give you is ranged damage. But at that point, I had more than enough shots and more than enough MP to do that. To do more damage with magic than I could with a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, it didn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides to just look cool.
Yeah. But for me, favorite weapons were the great swords and the katanas. Because there's one... I think we'll go through your game also and see. You must have this weapon. I think it's called Mikazuki.
Name seems familiar, but honestly, I don't know.
It is... that's the one where we were talking and I was trying to figure out if weapons have different combos, at least different attacks. Because this is the only katana that has like a across the screen slash, like Batosai.
Okay.
Yeah. So even with Zangetsu's sword, you can't do that, or with the earlier katanas, I couldn't be able to do that. But now with this one, it's for some reason it's the one that I can pull off that power fastest. There were some weapons that I wish I could have gotten earlier. I wish some weapons were more accessible, at least the
Flying Edge.
not Flying Edge. Which one was it? There's some daggers. I can't remember which dagger it was that I wanted.
I never used the daggers.
But it's because it was fast. That's the only reason why I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, which weapons did you like?
So, I really liked the Flying Edge, the whips, and there's a hammer I was using as well. In the end game, I was using an ice hammer.
Okay.
And that had like a really cool technique where it throws like 3 shards in a direction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like a fighting game kind of move. And you also end up flying back. So if you're trying to dodge,
it'll also dodge.
It will knock you will do the move, and the force from that also knocks you back. It has like kickback. So that was pretty neat. For Zangetsu, because initially I was using I was just experimenting. The first time I fought Zangetsu, I stuck with short sword for really long. But then, yeah, like as the game went on, I experimented with weapons. I think the most I used was the Flying Edge. The Flying Edge I used the most. And I made it so far with the Flying Edge. Like, I almost made it to the tomb with the Flying Edge. It's just there. It was just not doing...
It just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I needed to upgrade that. The next upgrade for that was Oracle Blade. And I did upgrade it, but the damage was still... double that, and I had access to stuff that did, about 6 times more damage.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, even though I like the Oracle Blade or the Flying Edge, whatever, I'd rather use something that does more damage.
Exactly.
So that's then where I was like, okay, this hammer is there and this whip is there. So I managed to upgrade the whip first. That whip was a holy whip. I think it was called Andromeda or something. So I upgraded the whip to Thorn Whip to Beast Tamer. And then from Beast Tamer to an Ice Whip. And the problem with the whip, so I really like the arc that the whip has. But the problem with it is after you've attacked, there's like a recovery period for you before you can move. I hated that.
Or even attack again.
Yeah. It's such a long recovery. So that drove me nuts. With the hammer, that's not there. It has like a similar arc to the
whip?
No, to the greatsword. Sorry, it has longer reach than the greatsword, the same reach as the greatsword, but it's not as slow.
Yeah.
So for me that was then great.
Okay. Because for me, the reason why I stuck with the greatsword is because I put all my money on attack power. And defense now I have the armor. And with Welcome Company, as my go-to shard for defense, if he's next to me, if my greatsword hasn't hit him yet, Welcome Company is hitting him. So I'll be like, he'll be hit with Welcome Company, then the greatsword, then a greatsword combo.
Who's your favorite familiar?
Silver Knight. He was the one I upgraded the first and fastest.
Dude, once you upgrade that guy saved my butt so many times.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked the possessed sword, the demon blood drinker, or bloodthirster. I can't remember, but that sword was cool. And you can, like, if you don't want him as a familiar, you could use him as well. So I really liked that sword initially, but then it became confusing when you're in areas with the same sword, because they both talk and blah blah blah. Then the Silver Knight came out.
Never looked back.
Man. That familiar. Wow.
Now you should use the
Dula Hammer.
The Dula Hammer head in the petrifying areas.
Yeah.
That's the one that's the best for that. The ones that I never used were the fairy, the Karaboss.
Apparently that heals you.
It does.
Apparently.
Because I remember
once you upgrade it, it can heal you.
And is there like a fairy form that you have? That you can eat, because I remember seeing like the fairy food and fairy medicine. Or is that when you change into like the bunny girls?
I don't know.
Okay. Because there's when you can transform into one of the bunny girls.
Yeah.
I don't know whether now when you change form, that's what you eat. Or that fairy medicine is for the Caraboss.
I am not sure.
We'll see. I'll go back and try it. I'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, that's everything I had in my notes though.
Like even those shots, I realized that the way you upgrade those like the ice and the lightning shards are with gemstones. So you actually do need to go to like the demon sites, the behemoth garden.
Yeah, you need to I know for the flame cannon, I think you need to kill the bigger cannons to get that upgraded for the fire shard. Yeah, so you need to kill a bunch of those. Those actually are not as bad because they don't move and chase you around. But there's one enemy in the game that I didn't understand. And it doesn't give you a shard. It seems kind of harmless.
Which one?
It does do stuff. The chick with the guitar.
Yeah. No, she does attack you.
Does she?
She does. Yeah, she does
plays
summon.
guitar. I think she shoots fire from the guitar, but it's like in such a short range, it doesn't hit you.
It doesn't hit you. And even me, the first time I saw her, that's one of the places where I did the chair summon thing. So I summoned the chair. I was thinking, okay, maybe you have to sit in front of her for like
and watch the concert. Yeah,
and watch the concert. I got hit, and I was like, okay, so that's not it. I tried. I don't know whether there's anything, but that's now varied character design, enemy design, I guess.
Yeah, but it just seemed so random compared to everything else in the game.
Because you'll be fighting a chick shredding on a guitar.
And then everything else is like fantasy, horror, or something else based. But here's
a girl with a guitar and you're fighting a possessed book trying to kill you.
See, even the possessed book makes sense for Castlevania. You have possessed items, you have a possessed chair, you have possessed picture frames. But like an electric guitar wielding...
goth chick? No.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It looked like a goth chick. So, yeah, I don't get that enemy. But that's it. That's all I have to say about the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Nah, for me it was... We've discussed, I guess, most of everything else that was there. Because all the things that we'd want to change, if we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you... I mean, I'm definitely playing Bloodstained too.
Definitely, yeah, me too.
Probably not
like
for
even
the
this now, I'm going to go back and probably replay it as Zangetsu. I would.
Yeah.
I could probably...
Or try that boss revenge mode.
Maybe boss revenge, definitely.
Yeah.
Boss rush, no. I'm not seeing myself playing that.
Boss rush is more like for high scores and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Zangetsu thing looks interesting. Even the New Game Plus stuff, I'm wondering if I'm just holding off. I think I have to deactivate all my mods and then try. But I have a feeling it won't work. Like I've just broken it by doing the mod thing.
I think it should be fine, because if you have mods...
Basically what happens is the opening scene where you're on the ship with Johannes. The first squid tentacle dude comes through. And you're supposed to hit it. I can't, hit it. There's no hit detection on him. It doesn't hit you. It just, freezes. It's sort of like everything freezes even though you can move around.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Which I think is a mod thing.
So you deactivate the mod, past that, then reactivate.
I think I just deactivate the mod. But because it's based off of the save game that I had when I was playing with mods.
It might have issues.
It might have those issues. Unless I go back, because I don't need the mod anymore. I uninstall the mod. I reload that save, beat the game. And then use that.
New Game Plus, yeah. Try that.
That might work. But I don't know.
Okay.
Because as far as I could tell, there's no way to save after beating Dominique.
No, the game instantly ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's the same way when you do with Jibo. It instantly goes to the game over.
And your last save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's it for today's show. For the next bunch of shows, we're doing something a little different. We'll tell you what we're going to be covering. And then whenever we do manage to do any of these things, we'll just do an episode on those. So the order is going to be a little different, but hopefully we will put out more episodes in a more timely. Yeah. I think that might be a better way forward for this.
Yeah.
So the next game is your pick, and you're picking
Swords of Ditto.
Yeah.
Mormo's Curse.
Sword of Ditto, Mormo's Curse.
Yeah. It's a 2D.
Yeah.
It's a 2D game. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think it's like a Zelda.
Yeah,
it might
it's a
even be a
Zelda.
roguelite. I don't know.
Yeah, roguelike. 2D roguelike
I don't know.
cartoon.
Yeah, it looks cute.
Yeah.
There's that, and the comic you're also picking.
Yeah, the comic that I'm picking is New Gods by Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically the one that was collected in 2018.
And it's a big book.
Yeah, like 400 and something pages.
Yeah, it's a huge book. For the book that we're doing, we're going through the Malazan books. We still need to do the Bone Hunters episode. So there'll be that. After that, the next one in the series. I think that's self-explanatory for now.
Yeah.
For the movie that we'll be doing, it's... What did I pick?
Green Knight.
Yeah, The Green Knight.
That was your choice.
Yeah, that's my pick. And for the TV show, we're looking at Arcane.
Also your pick.
Yeah, also my pick.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll try and finish up at least what we can between now and the next episode.
Yeah.
Then hopefully it'll be a mixed bag of one of these four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So thanks for listening. I'm Hellsknight.
I'm Hillary.
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun.
Do you have an opinion on what we just discussed? Did we miss something? Tell us in the comments section and we'll read it in the next episode. If you're listening on Anchor, send us a voice message and we'll add it to this episode. Don't forget to follow our podcast on Twitter @SpoilFans for updates, and follow our Instagram for behind the scenes action @Spoilers and Fandom. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube and Anchor to get the latest episodes.